Unity comes from obedience. When I tell you, or I ask you to think about David in the Bible, the story of David, what's the first story you think of with David? Goliath. Goliath, good. No one said Bathsheba, I was going to say we have a bigger problem if you said that first. Goliath, yes. Now, let me tell you about Goliath. Does Goliath in that story go to David, knock on the door and say, David, come out and fight me. If you fight me and you win, that's going to lead to you being the king. He doesn't do that. Does the Israelite army, go to David, knock on the door and say, David, we've heard about your incredible slingshot skills. We need you, come up and fight. No, that doesn't happen. In fact, when David gets to the front lines and says, I will fight Goliath, I believe the verse says, David, you crazy. They're just like, you should not do that. You're going to die. How does it actually play out? David's dad, Jesse, goes to David, says, David, I want you to take this bread up to your brothers. Now, David, he's in his room playing Xbox, probably doing Fortnite. He's sitting there going, Dad, I am about to level up. All my friends just got online. I just need 15 minutes for one more level, maybe an hour. Anyone ever have that conversation with their kids? Yeah, only every other day. But here's what's interesting. He could have even said to his dad, this one would have been real, my brothers don't even like me. Like, I'm having some bad experiences with my brothers. And now I have to take bread up to them. I don't even know where they are. I have to take this bread up to them. We don't see him say that. And when you think about your own life and your own conversations with God, and when he comes to you and he says to do something small, little, take bread to your brothers, whatever that means for you, how do we respond? Do we have the same kind of like, you want me to do what? I mean, with my skill set, I have to do that. I mean, it's such a small task. I have to keep following this leader and he's terrible, or this boss. I have to keep working with these employees. There's so many ways you can say this where you're going, God, I don't understand why I have to follow this leadership or I have to do this task. It all just seems so small and so ridiculous. And what is it really leading us to? But we find in this story with David is the obedience leads to the opportunity. The obedience of the bread leads to a defeat of Goliath and a change of a trajectory of this person forever. And so many times we say, I will trust God. I will trust him, I promise, with my time. I'm going to give him more time once I get my chaos under control. I have so much chaos in my life, but if I can get it under control, God is getting more of my time, I promise. I'll trust God with my talents, my skills, things I could give. Once I get my own life together, my own career moving, I'm going to get there, I promise. I'm going to trust God with my treasure once I get my own finances in order. If you saw my finances, you'd understand why my treasures aren't quite there yet. We say that kind of stuff all the time, and the truth is, no, you won't. You won't do it. If you can't do it with the little, you're not going to do it once your life is perfect and all put together. Because guess what? You probably will never get to perfect and all put together. It's not the way life really works. So you have to do it in the little. You have to obey and trust in the chaos, in the midst of whatever you're facing, whatever your context may be. Now,